Okay, Fiona's determined to cut the windows today. We need to get them all lined up. I've got a string line. So
we'll test it after. I'll see what it looks like, because you know with both.
yeah, it's just not going to be that easy. You need a string line to line all three up and then work from the top. And then it's a case of positioning them exactly where you want them.
How does that look from a distance, Graham?
I'll go over here.
I think it's a bit down on this side.
It's hard to tell without all three up.
I'm worried if I walk away, the tape will give way and it will fall in.
Yeah. I think we need to put the string line up first. You ought to put the string line up from the front to the back one and then just put the middle one in, lined up with the string line. But you know, do it how you want.
The reason I don't want to do that is because, you know, with boats, I've had this with my mother, insisted on using a plumb line and getting it all level in a boat with the tiles that will never come off. It's a boat. No boat is symmetrical, not even the most expensive super yacht. You cannot work on boats with measurements. It doesn't work. If you do that and get it dead symmetrical, it'll be skew width.
Alright, well when you get it exactly where you want it, put insulation tape around the inside of it and then take the window out, the frame out, so you can see where...
Yeah, I should have got a black marker pen really. I mean, I've no idea exactly where the pillars are at the moment, so I've got to measure all of that, but I just want to make sure the tape's going to hold it. It's not going to fall off and fall in the water.
Yeah.
And I'll have to wait 1,000 years for another window to arrive. Tear tape, it's okay. I've got to fucking do a ton of fucking tape first. Not quite identical, but it gives us a good guideline to stay within.
It's definitely not straight.
They're exactly the same distance apart.
Doesn't look
It's
it.
not attached.
Yeah.
It's just attached at the ends.
Okay.
Look, see?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
it's the same theory as your string. Do you see what I mean?
The string was pulled tight, so it was definitely straight.
This is that is definitely straight, dude.
Why don't we film it from over there? Yeah, I see you.
That's 42. And that's 40. That's 43.
So you need to get your parallel lines exactly where you want them.
It's not really that. It's more getting a general flow of where the windows are going to go.
Yeah. Okay. We'll play around with it until you're absolutely happy with the parallel lines. That's a good idea, Fiona. That's better than my string line idea. Yeah, that's about it.
And then the smaller one. About there.
Yeah.
I was looking for a decent tape measure to see if the distance is the same both ends.
Is it the same in the middle?
Don't know. The tape measure you gave me is all like bent and snapped. I need to find a decent one. We have about 6 of them. I don't know where they are.
They get used, and then there's one on the roof. I think you left one on the roof. I can see it from here. It's by the dish, by the Starlink.
Right, so I went to great trouble to tape up where the windows are going to go. We were both in agreement, that's perfect. This is the sun in October when it's quite cold, has done to the tape while we've been on the phone to Trevor. Right, so I've got another idea, Graham, to defeat the sun. We'll get the frames And I'll get those really long skinny screws and we'll drill a couple of holes through the frame and we'll just hang them, because a tiny hole is nothing. And then we'll hang the next one and we'll stand back and go, that needs to go up a bit, down a bit. Doesn't matter how many holes. What do you think?
You need the top line really, because we don't know where the centre of the window is.
Well, I think that what's left of my top line, I think that's perfect. But I mean,
go stick it back up.
Turn our back for turn your back for half an hour.
I find with Spanish gaffer tape, right, it sticks relentlessly to itself, but it won't stick to anything else.
It's not just Spanish gaffer tape, that's international. Let's go and watch Trevor on Alive. Let's have a break.
So are you going to screw through those holes that we just screwed to, yeah?
Yeah. So if they end up too big, they end up too big for the little screws. I mean, I'm at the point I don't fucking care anymore. I'm going to drill through there, and then I'm going to stick these long screws through, so there is something to hang the frame on the outside.
So you can screw the frames on the outside so you get an idea of the alignment. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Let's do that. And you don't need to worry about the screws holes. You can always plug them up.
Does that look level?
Yeah. Oh, daylight. Got rain on Tuesday. Okay, let's hang them up on the outside.
Well, I'm going to.
What do you think?
See, from here it's wonky. I'll tell you what I think. I think we need the next one hung as well to get a proportion of the 3 in a row.
Yeah, and then we can titivate, move up and down, you mean, and little things.
Yes, because the odd screw hole's not that drastic. Oh goodness, and we've got Bond coming for dinner tonight. Won't he be shocked and surprised?
Mr. Bond's coming round.
Do you know what Ben Bond? Bond. That's not his name. Mr. Bond came to look at my front windows. Everybody who I've shown them to, they've gone, no, it's fantastic, that fiberglass. Bond is the only one who went, oh, how did you get the window tint like that? I'm like, oh, Ben.
He goes, I've been trying to put window tint up for years. It always ends get fucking fucked up. Bubbles and sand.
That's why Graham calls him Mr. Bond, because he's more of a money penny. So you've got to ignore that bit that just bends off there.
Well, it's not really a straight edge, is it?
No, well, my broomstick is missing. I had it a minute ago.
You got 5 of them somewhere.
Oh, there's one. And they're definitely straight. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Yeah, I think you were right on the height.
Does the back one need to be slightly lowered, I think? I mean...
Maybe. What I want to do first is get the drill and drill right through that and put those screws through so it can just hang and we can stand back and look at it and think down a bit on the left, up a bit on the right or whatever.
Okay, let's do it.
From the outside. It's how they look on the outside that counts. I can correct anything because eventually another piece of wood, a much thinner one, will fill this whole area. You know, and then we'll cut a hole in that so you won't see where the old window existed. It'll just be a nice flush wall with the new...
But that all comes much later. We just want to get them lined up now so they don't look
let me get the drill.
Wonky from the outside.
And here we're going to hit the problem of drill bits yet again, aren't we?
Mustn't lose them.
This is the one that's going to be difficult
Are you going to drill the hole straight through from there? Okay, just give me the screw. I'll put the screws.
Hey, do you know what we did in Ben's room a couple of years ago?
What?
It's he was using a drill. He wanted like the Fablon stuff on his ceiling, like a boat aligning. He spent hours getting it just right, and he was putting a screw in and he slipped and the whole drill went along and it wrapped all the material off.
Tore it all down.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
I put it down on a cushion and it got all
Oh, you
stuck
got
in
away.
the cushion.
Yeah. Someone unplugged the extension and took it away. I had a big angle grinder, you know, a big disc cutter.
Oh my God.
Do you remember when I was working in Capapino on that guy's... Anyway, I was cutting this tile and this fella says, I need the extension for the other power tool. I said, yeah, go on, take it. Anyway, he unplugged it and it went off. And I put it down, but obviously it was still turned on. So anyway, he come back, someone else plugged it in. Fucking thing spun up and fucked off across the tiles and did like about 8 tiles in.
Thank God it didn't cut someone's foot off.
Well, we had to redo about 8 tiles.
Screwdriver.
Oh, don't forget your screwdriver.
I nearly fell down. I fell down these stairs the other day in slow motion.
Say that again.
Which way round do you want it, by the way?
It doesn't matter. I'd put it to the frame.
I'm saying where the holes came through.
Yeah.
Isn't that far off where my black tape was?
Pass it down. Put it against because these go on the inside. So let go of the frame. All right. Just screw it on that way. That's it. Here.
All right.
That's it. And then we can see how it looks. We'll stand back and see if it looks right. Because like you say, everything's by eye with a boat, isn't it? So
Yeah, very much so.
you can't use plumb lines and
My mother, bless her, with those bloody tiles in the bathroom.
their plumb lines.
Well, they're staying forever, and in 100 years, someone will take it all apart and go, what the hell are these tiles?
Yeah. I love your crayon lines. Where did you get the crayon?
Well, that is your crayon, mate, and I said to you, it's never going to go in smooth on a surface that has not yet been smoothed.
Well, it will, because I'll do it. Male brain, darling. Females and males work really well together because they compensate for the lacking in each other's personalities.
Nice try.
That'll do. Get carried away.
I just don't want it to fall in the water. Let's stand back and see how wonky.
All right, pull your tape off there because that looks a mess.
I only want to look at the one window.
Well, pull that black tape off because it looks a mess.
Well, the sun did that. I didn't just stick it up like that, you know.
I know. Doesn't look too bad actually. If anything, I think the middle one should come back a tiny bit. But I think I'm being picky there.
I tell you what, they're lined up from here. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
I think, if anything, the very back one might need to come down. I don't know if that's because there's an optical illusion. Oops,
No.
sorry.
It's okay, bang into me, it's fine,
Yeah,
darling.
it definitely needs to, yeah. That back hole needs to come down just a tiny bit.
Okay.
If you come here, you'll see what I mean. If you measure, I reckon the distance between these 2 here is narrower than here. I think that back just needs to come down a tiny bit.
Really?
I don't know, or am I being picky? We haven't got an awful lot of... I know what you mean, you want to bring this one back a little. We can do.
I don't think it matters. Let's go on the other pontoon over there.
I mean, I can block off the holes that we've made.
Let's go and look from the pontoon. I think that looks really good from the side like that.
Yeah, it does actually.
It doesn't even look like it needs to be adjusted.
It looks like they're all trained off the top line. You see that front window? I can mess with that.
Yes, you
I
can.
can bring the bottom up a little bit, or I can take the...
To match.
I tell you what we also need to do is walk down the pontoon that way as you're approaching the boat, because then you see it from many perspectives. If that's the right place, Graham, we got super lucky. We've spent all morning arguing and stressing
And string
over
lines
how
and
we're going to do
crayons
it.
and tape and things, yeah.
Because once those holes are cut, that's it, we're committed.
I know. I have to live with it forever. Let's go down the
I
pontoon.
mean, I'm just thinking that back one just needs to go a tiny bit.
No, I think you're being super picky.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I don't think you'll get it better than that. I wasn't sure when I was over there, but from here that looks good. Let's go further down the pontoon and look.
Okay.
Okay, that's further down the pontoon. Let me zoom in.
Well, we'll walk towards it.
No, it looks good to me. Looks good. I don't think we're going to improve on that.
It certainly doesn't look any worse than the windows looked before. Well, there was no window in the back one, and that old 1970s slider, that was awful.
I know.
That was awful the day we bought the
Well,
boat.
we've got 2 brand new sliders that work really well, with mosquito nets, and they're tinted.
Right, shall we do it then?
Let's do it.
Are we committed now?
Let's go for it.
And which side are we going to cut through? The back?
I'll follow you.
Inside?
I'll follow you. I think we do it from inside, but we need to.
Who's going to do the cut?
Me.
You don't trust my jigsawing skills.
Well,
then?
you're a woman. So it needs to come down at the back. I'm only teasing you. No, that's not a good angle. It's not a flattering angle, really. There we go. That's better. Your friend's back.
Who's that?
Eric.
Oh. I had a load of dragonflies yesterday all round me while I was doing the matting.
Okay, jump down.
Get off my boat! Oh, you cheeky little bastard.
Has it done a poop?
No. He just jumped and landed right back where he was because he thought I wouldn't be bothered to go and chase him. Oh, that one's got to go in a bit because it's otherwise you'll get an optical illusion. Oh.
Anyway, leave it, it's
No,
fine.
no, it's sticking out. Do you know what I mean? There's a big gap.
Well, it's because the screws are too big for the hole. You can't make the holes bigger.
No, it's nothing to do with the gap between the body and the frame. That one went in wonky. You know, that's... Is it definitely marking it?
Yeah. These pens work on bricks, I told you. You can draw on bricks with these. Nice,
And you're certain that's the one that we need?
Yeah.
Okay. So then...
Well, we may have to cut a little bit bigger than this.
Well, let's just think about it. So here's a window. So you've drawn around the outer one there.
Yeah, well, the windows themselves slot into these frames. Right, so you can undo that now.
Have you got the screwdriver?
No. You put this window frame up last. That's what she does. She uses it and goes. Where's the screwdriver?
As long as you're sure this is the right,
Well,
we're doing the right cut.
We're going to do it now. Look. Take the screws
So
out.
the frame will go on the inside, you reckon?
You turn the frame round and you push it through. Right. Then the window goes in from the outside.
Right.
And then these screw holes here sandwich to the frame, and it squeezes together the two lips. So we might find that when we've cut the shape out, we might have to go a little bit bigger. We can do that with a jigsaw.
Will it come back off easily, or does it just like pop on lugs? Look, there's these sliders.
Well, when you take
what are
it
these
off, I'll
things
show you.
for?
Well, they're just spacers to just adjust it. Take the screws out.
Alright, as long as you're sure. If we've got this wrong.
The rain will come in again.
It'll be a right hassle to fill the hole. I'll have to fiberglass the hole back in. But that's the other thing, I don't want to lose the piece of wood from the middle in case, just in case that happens. Right, so
this goes on the window like so, and those screws go like that into the metal frame.
on the inside of the boat.
Yes. Yes.
So wait, just don't take it off a minute. So when we've cut the hole, this frame will push into it from the outside.
No. Look, what happens is you cut the hole. Just make that way. You cut the hole out.
Yeah?
Yeah. The window comes in the hole, okay, from the outside. This goes over the window.
No, you're
Right.
wrong.
And then we put the screws in to clamp it in place.
I'm not convinced.
So it's clamped on both sides.
If that's the case, then the hole's, I think, the wrong size. That window's going to look... Right, look, this is what I think happens. I think you push this thing in from the outside. So this lip is on the outside of the boat.
No. What's going to hold it in the hole? So the whole thing's just going to fall straight out, isn't it? This has got to go on the inside like that. And the reason I've cut the hole on the inside is because the window will fit into this frame. So therefore, the hole's the same size as the frame. See? So it's got to be sandwiched. Look, this is for a camper van, right, or a van, or a caravan, or which uses very thin aluminium. Okay, so when you're closing it up like this, it clamps. So the side of your boat is clamped in there. Can
Show
you see
me
that?
the other side.
Put your finger in there. Put your finger in there, right? And what's going to happen when I screw this up?
All right, out. When hold it up and let me see the window from the other side. How it'll look outside. Oh, I see.
I reckon we turn it the other way up.
What are all the vent holes all the way around the edge?
So that water out depends which way up you put it. I mean, you can put it
To
any
let
way
water,
you want.
whoa, whoa, whoa. To let water out. How do I know it's not going to let water in?
Well, water will land on it, I suppose, on the glass, and if any goes anywhere. No, it's
Look, there's all these vent holes. What the
I
hell are
don't
they
know. I
for?
don't know.
Well, the last thing I want is water coming
Of
in. That
course,
defeats
water's
the
not going to
whole...
come in. No, I reckon we put it in that way up because the writing on the glass will be the right way up then. Not that that makes a lot of difference, but that's the way up the writing is.
It's upside down on one, on the right way up on the other.
Is it?
Yeah, they're reversible. You
They
can
are
put them either
reversible.
way.
Doesn't matter then.
Right, okay.
Do you want the sliding bit at the bottom? I mean at the back or at the front? Probably the back. Because we're going to have them on that side and they'll be the opposite way around on that side, won't they?
I reckon we have them like that.
Do you?
I don't know. I don't really care about that aspect.
But
of
you
it.
can turn them over later.
All I care about is that this hole is, well, we better start off with it being quite snug.
It's very close. I don't like it being that close to the edge.
It's quite strong fiberglass outside.
You sure?
Mm. What I need now is a really big drill bit to cut a starter hole for your jigsaw.
Yeah.
Stress. And the other. Good
Wish me
luck.
luck, darling. I'm getting in.
Okay, as carefully as you can, please.
Of course.
I'll go and watch from the outside.
I'm going to cut this side of the line, okay, so I can cut more off.
Which way round? Which direction? Oh, right,
I'm going that way
okay,
first.
okay. Man, that is hard going.
Fiberglass is pretty thick, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, okay.
Because of limited
So you
space. I
the
need the drill again, please.
Here you go. I'll plug it in.
Oops.
Might as well do holes in each corner then.
Yeah. Now, once I've cut this out, the frame won't fit in because I've cut inside the line.
Yeah, yeah,
so
I know.
We'll have to tickle a bit more out here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But it's better than
That-
cutting too much off.
I'll be outside ready to catch the
It's not letting in.
There might be more fiberglass.
Hole needs to be bigger. Need to drill again. Sorry. I think you can stop recording now.
There's a thing called timestamp.
I need to go down initially. Okay, make sure your fingers are well away because I'm doing the other corner now. Can't turn that corner. Right. So I've only got the front top corner to do now. Make sure your fingers are well away. Can you see the blade? Yes. Right. Hello, darling.
Hello. Don't lose that piece of wood. Might have to glue it back in.
Might have to glue it back in. Well, this is obviously too big to go in the hole now.
Yeah.
This is what I suspected.
Well, it's blinding just having that bit of daylight there. It's not bad actually, Graham. I think you've got to be careful how much you take off that. Is it fitting?
Oh, it's hot out there.
Is
No,
it fitting?
No, no. The
Oh,
hole's
thank
not
God
big
for
enough.
that.
The hole's not big enough. I'll
Well,
tell
it's
you what
not
we can do.
Graham, it's not straight for a start. You need to straighten and tidy bits up first.
I might move it back slightly. Ever so slightly to get away from this joint.
Well, you have a little feel of that. That's actually quite strong.
Yeah.
First, you need to tidy up the Mount Everests, for example, along the bottom. Can you see?
Yeah.
And just trim it off bit by bit until you've got a perfect shaped hole, and then we'll worry about it. And
I will, darling.
oh my God, this is stressful.
Camera. Voila! One small flaw. The screws that they came with, they got little drill heads on the top, and they just weren't long enough because of the plywood. The designs that go on caravans and camper vans, which have quite a thin sheet of aluminium or steel, and we had to improvise with 4 longer drills. So I need to go and buy some more of these drill bits, the drill bit type self-tapping screws, but longer ones. But it's held in by 4 at the moment, so it's secure. It's not going to fall out. And so I'm not going to cut the other window because we haven't got the right length screws. So we need to get a load of screws. But what do you think, Fiona?
It's really nice. That was exhausting. Exhausting. At least I got to the bottom of the mystery of where my other wood's gone with Leroy. That it just hasn't arrived yet, that's all.
I think we need to unplug all that before something sets off. Across the cushions. I hate these European plug sockets, they're rubbish. Yeah. So there's the window. The window won't fall out. We've only got 4 screws in there. And as you can see, it should have loads all the way around.
Yeah.
To clamp it up, make it watertight.
I'm going to get a Vino and we'll film it from the outside. That's it, down tools for today, isn't it? Tomorrow, cleaning house. Next day, cleaning house.
Chicken's on, look. A roasty chicken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're upside down.
I think it's gin and tonic o'clock.
Yes, yes, I think so too. I mean, we're just upside down at the moment. We're going to have to live like this. Because that other one's going to be even more stressful because it's bigger cuts. Do you want to film some of this from outside? I'll get us a drink. And
yeah, let's get a drink.
And then I'll tidy up.
And go and film from outside. Sounds like a plan. I know the place is all covered in sawdust now as well. Including me, and I've only just had a shower today.
Well, I'll clean it while the first guy's in. And we'll cut the hole when Henry arrives.
Well, as long as I've got the screws. I'll get the screws, get the first window fixed in properly. And if everything's successful, we're good to go ahead with the middle window. Middle window will be easier, I think, because we know what we've got, what we're up against now. Definitely.
No, it's not lined up now, it's wonky.
What? Wonky? Don't say that.
No, it's fine. Great.
You sure?
It'll look even better when its big brother is in place.
That was a mast casting a shadow over it now.
I don't care. But you see what I mean? All the rough stuff. I could have spent 100 years getting that smooth, and we're going to cut it out. It's a hole. There's a window going there.
Well, you're going to spend time getting it smooth anyway, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't actually want too many screws put in. I mean, you can put them all in, but I will be taking the windows back out to carry on the work. That's finished. That's not finished yet. That side of the boat. Just wanted to get the windows cut really, because the house is going to keep me busy until the 14th of November, basically. If it's not one bloody thing, it's another. But it's not like we're fitting windows every day of our life.
Cheers, darling. Chin chin.
Well done, Graham.
Well done, Fiona.
That would have been a lot of stress.